Donald Trump today lost what is probably the most ridiculous lawsuit of all time, and should really demonstrate to everybody that if you are a conservative being tried in a blue city, you have absolutely no rights. You are fucked before it even begins. So back in 2019, a woman named E. Jean Carroll accused Donald Trump of raping her in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room sometime in the 90s. And the reason I say sometime in the 90s is because E. Jean Carroll could not remember the specific year this happened. She in fact sat on this particular accusation for 27 years. She didn't come forward when Donald Trump was being accused by women during the 2016 election or when the Me Too movement began in 2017. She accused him of this in 2019. What changed, you may ask? Well, E. Jean Carroll had just come out with a new book, and she went on TV to talk about her allegation and sell books. And in one particular CNN appearance in 2019, E. Jean Carroll said this.
I feel like a victim.
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished, which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt. It just, you know.
Well, I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
We're just going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
Yeah, the look on Anderson Cooper's face says it all. Now, obviously, the statute of limitations has long passed on this type of crime. But because of a brand new law in New York that allows sexual assault survivors to file lawsuits against their accusers even if the statute of limitations is expired, E. Jean Carroll was able to file a civil suit against Donald Trump. She filed it literally hours after the law took effect. Now, a civil suit is different from a criminal suit. It involves no criminal penalties or jail time, just whether you can convince a jury that somebody should be held liable for damages. And this lawsuit happened to take place in Manhattan, New York, where over 80% of the people voted against Donald Trump in the 2020 election. The jury today rejected E. Jean Carroll's claim that Donald Trump raped her, but found him liable for sexual abuse as well as defamation when Donald Trump denied her accusation in 2019. So wait a second. This jury ruled that Donald Trump was not liable for E. Jean Carroll's claim that he raped her, but is liable for her claim of defamation when he denied that he raped her. That is how ridiculous this whole thing was. Oh, and by the way, E. Jean Carroll's lawsuit was almost entirely funded by LinkedIn co-founder and Democrat megadonor Reid Hoffman, who recently got busted for spending a night on Jeffrey Epstein's island. But all they needed was a Manhattan jury.